Hey guys, so this is Bree, and this morning I was in Lit to Film class, and we were watching Invictus, and that's a movie about Nelson Mandela. It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it yet, you should go watch it. So there's this quote in the movie that I was watching this morning, and it said, "I am the captain of my soul, and I am the master of my fate." And so, and that really got me thinking because I am a big time optimist. Back to this quote, "I am the captain of my soul, and I am the master of my fate." I don't think enough people know that. And so I kind of want to talk about how you, I don't care who you're in 100% control of your life. So just breathe easy. Because all it is, all that life is, all of life's elements, all of it is a choice. So, and I don't mean like you can choose what to wear, you can choose right or wrong, you can choose, whatever you can think of, you can choose. I'm talking about like you can choose what your life is going to be like. Like you got like a whole selection of things, especially emotions, and that's what I want to talk about today. And so, because it's Motivational Monday, it's great. Okay, so this is my motivational rant for the day. You have choice. You've been given choice. Even if you don't live in a free country, if you live in a free country, you have choice. But I'm talking about choice of emotion. Like you can react to something or react to like a negative, like something negative that's happened in your life. You can react to it either in a positive or negative way. Because there are two kinds of people in this world: ones who see the glass half full and some who see it half empty. And it's kind of sad to see it half empty because there's half of it left. I mean, seriously, woohoo, half of it left. But like, people think positively, people think negatively. And I want to focus more on positive thinking and how it makes you powerful. You are the master of your fate, and you are the captain of your soul. Okay? And this is what that means. And coming back to choice, you can choose if somebody calls you, and for instance, because that happens all too often, and we think of it as a trivial thing. If someone calls you a name, you can either say, "Yeah, I guess I am. I am that," and you can be sad about it. You can be angry at that person. You can be, um, like, you can either or you can just brush it off because honestly, that person has no control over you. No control whatsoever. They are irrelevant to your life. Okay? They're just somebody passing through. They mean this much to you. Not even, no. Like, they don't even have to exist to you. Their opinion should not should not affect you in any way whatsoever because you are the one, you are the one person in this entire world who has the power to give yourself a title they don't. Okay? So, you're gonna leave a mark on this world. You were born with a purpose. I believe that. I'm a solid believer in that. No one's life is ever just by accident or by mistake. Okay? You're here for a reason. You were given a destiny, you were given a fate, and it is up to you to decide what that is. And you can either make it productive or you can be upset about it. But you're here for now. You are here for now. Why not enjoy it? I mean, honestly, like, you can think of any, um, let's see, you can think of anything to do and you can do it. Because you are the only person who can limit you. And you might say, well, my teacher failed my class, but, whose fault is that really, honestly, if you're failing a class? And I mean, there are, teachers out there who are difficult. Believe me, I've had them. Okay? But honestly, like you have power to change that. Like you can become smart. You were given a brain. You can become smart. You can become anything you want to because you were given a brain and that brain enables you to do anything you want to literally. Like studies have been shown we only use like a certain percentage of our brain. It's because we've come to believe that we don't use all of our brains. And we can't, like, the whole like capacity of our brain. We can use that. We can. It's like it's in here. Why can't we use it? It's ours. If we're only using a certain percentage, then shame on us. We should be using it all. Because you can enable yourself to do anything. One time, okay, I'm a volleyball player, or used to be, and I would go play volleyball with these retired coaches every Saturday morning at 5 a.m. And one of the coaches, I had never met him before, and I can't even remember his name, but he said something that really stood out to me. So I was training with these other kids. Not they weren't kids, but they were older kids like me, like 18, 19, and he was going up for a spike, and for some reason like he couldn't snap his wrist or something. Like he was hitting the ball, he just couldn't do it. And the guy told him, he's like, "Why aren't you snapping your wrist?" My coach. He said, "Why aren't you doing it?" And the kid said, "I can't." And this is what changed me. The coach said he walked right up to him, looked him in the face. It was the most scary moment of my life. I was like, oh gosh. He looked him right in the eye and said, "You can't because you say you can't. Like you are putting a barrier." And this is what he did. He said, "Your mind is putting a barrier on your abilities. Like if you think you can, you can. Like if you think you can do it right now, you can do it. Like if you have faith in yourself, that enables you to do anything you want to." And this is how the world has been set up. Okay? It's like everything in your life is powered on belief and how you perceive things. So, like, I wrote a poem that got published in my lit mag for my school, and it was all about this. Like we all have this deep power running through us. It's energy, like it's what powers us. It's what gives us abilities to do things. Okay? If you want to go to Harvard, go to Harvard. Okay? I had a conversation with this kid earlier today in my leadership management class, and he's like, "Well, what if," he's like, "I think that we don't have control, like, over every aspect of our life." And I asked him, I'm like, "Why is that?" Like, it was after the teacher had asked the question, and he said, like, he turned to me and he's like, "'Cause I want to go to Harvard." He said, "I want to go to Harvard, but what if I make the best grades and then the teacher just flunks me? What if?" And I just sat there and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, what if?" I'm like, "If you want to go to Harvard, go to Harvard. Okay? That one person cannot stand in your way of doing it. Okay? Whether, like, you can take an alternative route to get to Harvard, that one person isn't going to change, like, it, that person isn't, like, relevant. These people that you're meeting are just passing through your life. Okay? Like, they're just passing through. In a few years, they're not going to mean anything. I mean, unless, they're your friends and stuff, but people who are treating you in a negative way, they aren't always going to be there. If you want negative people gone from your life, you just need to think that way. Just be like, they don't matter to me. They don't. Like, this is my life. I have what I want. I'm going to get what I want, and I'm not going to let other people stand in the way, because why should they have anything to do with what I want? Because they are the exact opposite of what I do want. So if you want to go to Harvard, the people who are going to hold you back from going to Harvard aren't even going to be in your way. They're going to be over there somewhere. Like, your path to Harvard is your path to Harvard. There's nobody standing in your way. And you have complete control over the objectives that get you there. Okay? And even if there is a trial in your way, who's to say that you can't overcome that? Who's to say that? Okay? Because if you put that mental barrier between what you want and where you stand, then you're not going to get anywhere. Like, that's going to limit you so much, like, you can, like, barely mentally move. Like, you're just going to stick to what you're comfortable with. You're never going to get anywhere, like, unless you go out of your comfort zone and you do what you want to do. Okay? And you just got to take the first steps there, no matter, okay, you got to understand that it takes time, but time is just an illusion. Einstein said so himself. Time is an illusion. Like, you're always going to have enough time. Like, if you want to accomplish a dream so bad that you were willing to sacrifice every moment, then it's gonna come as fast as it possibly can in your direction, and you're gonna get it. Isn't that just cool? Like, you gotta think of life that way, because you can have whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, you can be whatever you want, you can be whoever you want. If you want to be famous, go for it. Okay? You can buy talent, you just gotta think of time as currency. You can attain any skill, no matter what your stature is, physically or mentally. That shouldn't, like, that's a material thing. It shouldn't affect with your mind, which I think is like a cosmic thing. Like, I'm an author. I write books. I love writing. There is an entire world behind my head. Like things that I can make material things. Like, I've had this book idea for the longest time. I've been writing this book series since I was 13 years old. And it's been existing in my head ever since I thought of the idea. And I made that a material thing. I brought it out of my mind and put it on paper. I saw my dreams come true, literally. Like, that's been my dream for the longest time. And I think, like, I solidly believe that we can do material things, like whether it's going to Harvard or having the car that we want, having the pet that we want, the house. Yeah, just positive optimism. It gets you what you want. Very timely. Like I said, if you think of it all the time, if you put every moment into getting where you want to go, you are going to get there so fast that you won't even believe it, and then you'll know. You'll know. This is the way the world works, and it is brilliant. Okay? And I mean, you gotta love it. I love it so much. And on a side note, wear something or keep something in your pocket that you associate with positive feelings, because this is what this necklace does for me. And so you can't really get anywhere if you're feeling angry or bitter. You can't really get anywhere. So you gotta kind of get positive. And this is how I get positive, is that I associate this necklace and grabbing it, like, I associate that action with good feelings and stuff. And stuff that I love. And love is a universal language. That was from Dieter F. Uchtdorf in one of his conference talks. He said love, it was from Young Women's Conference a few years back. I think it was last year. And he said that love is a universal language. So if you learn to love everything, like everything, and I mean literally everything, and be grateful for it, like, your world's gonna turn around in ways that I cannot describe. So you're just gonna have to trust me, I guess. And if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. And I will get to them as soon as possible. Probably won't make a video about it, but I will. I mean, if you like leave your Twitter name or something, I'll probably just tweet you an answer, or I'll comment below with my sign-off name, because this is just me. Shelby's not here, but so I hope you like the tutorials and stuff. They've been a lot of fun to make, and so anyway, just questions, comments, need advice, just leave it below and I'll get to it. All right, and you have a look.